All right, so language learning app Duolingo made its debut on the Nasdaq today under the ticker symbol DUOL. The stock began trading at $141.40 per share. That is well above its IPO price of $102 a share. Duolingo shares currently at the moment right around the $132.60 mark, so still up substantially from that initial IPO amount. The company's growth already explosive before the pandemic. This still on an upward trend. Hannah Doba earlier spoke to the co-founder and CEO Luis von Ahn. Just take a look.
Well, we're very excited about this step of our journey. We basically for those of you who don't know about Duolingo, I mean we're the most popular way to learn languages in the world. It's an app. Basically, you can use it on iPhones or Android devices. And just to give you an idea of our popularity, there's more people learning languages on Duolingo in the United States than there are people learning languages in the whole U.S. public school system. And
wow.
The thing about our company, I think that has really attracted investors a lot is that our revenues have been growing really fast. Over the last 4 years, we've been more than doubling revenue every single year. And by the way we make money, you can learn languages on Duolingo entirely for free. But just like with Spotify, if you use Duolingo for free, you have to see some ads at the end of every lesson. And there's also a way to pay for a premium subscription that turns off the ads. We make the majority of our money, by the way, from people who pay to turn off the ads. But so far, we're the top grossing app in the education category on both Google Play and the Apple App Store.
That is pretty incredible. How does Duolingo stand out in the language learning space compared to, let's say, Babbel?
Well, what makes Duolingo unique is a number of things. For one, we are an engineering company. We basically spend most of our effort in making our products better and better. Most education companies, and this probably includes Babbel and Rosetta Stone, turn into marketing companies where they spend most of their time, they make a product and they spend most of their time just marketing it. We just make our product better and better. Another thing, at least from the user's point of view, there's a few things. One is that Duolingo's a lot of fun. I think, and also we as a company think, the hardest thing about learning a language by yourself is staying motivated. So we spend a lot of effort making Duolingo be as fun as possible. So, when you're learning on Duolingo, it really feels like you're playing a game. Another thing that sets us apart as a company in general is that you can learn on Duolingo entirely for free. So you don't ever have to pay us. And because of that, we've grown a lot. We have a ton of users. I mean, we have about 10 times as many users as any other language learning app out there. And because we have so many users, we actually use all that data. We get a lot of data from our users. We use all that data to teach better. And so it's very effective at teaching. So it's basically, what sets us apart is it's fun, it's free, and it's effective.
Let's talk about your growth, Luis. With people staying at home and taking up new hobbies, what sort of growth have you seen specifically over the past 18 months?
Well, we've been growing since the beginning. I mean, this is, we launched Duolingo about 10 years ago, and every year we've been growing and growing. And it's partly because, you really can learn on Duolingo for free. So we've had this pretty impressive growth rate. Since the pandemic started, we did see increased demand. But that's sort of, by now I think with the world opening up again, we're back to our growth rates that were pre-pandemic, which were very strong. But we saw just kind of this temporary increased demand.
Now that you've gone public, what is your outlook for the next few quarters?
Well, the hope is to continue growing. I mean, we're focusing on a number of things. Generally, the main things we work on is making Duolingo more engaging or more fun for people to use, teaching more effectively, and monetizing better. And by monetizing better, I mean getting a larger fraction of our users to become paying subscribers. Right now, about 5% of our users are paying subscribers. And that number keeps going up. So a year ago it was 4%, 2 years ago it was 3%. So it's been going up by about 1 percentage point per year. I think what you'll see over the next few quarters, at least 2-3 quarters, is just increase in payer penetration and having the app be more fun and more effective at teaching.
How do you plan on using the proceeds from the IPO to expand the company, Luis, moving forward?
We're going to continue operating the company in a similar way that we were before. You're not going to see us launch humongous marketing campaigns or anything like that. We're going to spend most of our resources on research and development, basically just making our app better and better. You will see us. We're working on expanding to Asia. I mean, we are in Asia. We have users in every single country in the world, but Asia is our fastest growing region. and you'll see us, kind of just spend effort on that. We may do some M&A, some acquisitions, although it's not like we have a specific target in mind, but that is something that you may see us do.
Chinese ed tech companies are being hit hard by Beijing regulations right now, Luis. I don't have to tell you that. What does your IPO say about the future of ed tech, at least here in the United States?
Well, I think EdTech in the United States, I think it's a good signal for EdTech here in the United States. I mean, education is something that more and more over time, education, there has to be an online component. I don't believe that education is going to go fully online. I mean, we saw this in the pandemic with parents wanting to, send their kids back to school. But I do think that you're going to see a lot more education go online, and I'm very happy that, that we're being successful. So yeah, I think you're going to see a big EdTech boom over the next few years.
And thanks to Hannah Dobin, Duolingo co-founder and CEO Luis von Ahn.